Number 15 is ready, and he'll take the ball from the manager.
Number 15.
No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once.
Looks like a tall order trying to tie or take the lead against this guy who leads the league in saves.
Breaking ball drops right in the chute for a strike.
Here we go now.
Hey, you want someone sometimes to rattle the bat rack, but also the guy on the mound's got to eat too. They're executing their pitches out there. It's going to be tough to score some runs.
And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out. So the leadoff man gone to start the top of the 9th as we take a look at league saves leaders entering play. And as you can see there, he finds himself in a flat-footed tie for the National League lead in that category. And now the Atlanta number 4 hitter, Franmil Reyes. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and 2 strikes here.
That's just too much velocity upstairs to get good wood on it. It's going to have to lower his sights.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Renfroe is there, and quickly 2 are gone here, and it's not looking good for the home 9. Stepping up to the plate, Ronald Acuna, and he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. He's set, and the pitch. The high fastball is in there.
I think when a team starts struggling, certainly offensively, it's just guys try and play above their pay grade. Know who the best players are in the lineup and try and get on base to set them up.
Final strike for the Braves. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. And he gets strike 3 called to end it here. And with that, this one is over.
Well, these guys feel pretty good about themselves, and they should. Anytime you can come into somebody else's ballpark and sweep a 3-game tilt, you're doing something right. Great team effort.
And the score finishes 4-1 today. San Diego jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Dinelson Lamet earns win number 4 on the season. Number 15 hammers down the save, his 16th of the season. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
The final line score for this afternoon's ballgame for the victorious San Diego Padres, 4 runs. Your
Number 15 enters from the bullpen.
Number 15.
Nick Castellanos at the plate now. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Nick Castellanos.
He's set. Here it comes. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Racing back the center fielder into the bleachers and gone. This one has turned into a slugfest of Ruthian proportions. 7 combined big flies. You guys remember seeing anything like that in a while?
Dan, they're absolutely not going to cover off the ball. I'm curious to get your take on this. I didn't find it to be the truth. I didn't mind hitting at night, but a lot of guys say they see the ball better during the day.
You know what's funny, D-Row, is I preferred to pitch in night games as opposed to day games. I always thought it was advantage to the hitter, and so far that looks like it's the case in this one right here. They must be seeing the ball really well because they're just absolutely smoking the baseball right now.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Addison Russell is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. A bouncer up the middle. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game. David Bodie will look for some 2-out magic here as he'll pinch hit with 2 gone and a runner at first. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. As we near the end of this one, I think it's safe to say that the story of the game has undoubtedly been the long ball. Guys, what do you think about what we've witnessed?
Well, as a former offensive player, I absolutely love it. Kudos to both lineups for doing absolute damage today. One of the most fun watches of the year.
You know, D-Row, what this shows me is this new age way of guys going up there, and they're swinging hard. You need to make good pitches, quality pitches, and if you don't have command of the fastball, you're in for a...
And he struck him out for out number 3, so that'll wrap things up here as they leave the possible tying run stranded at first.
Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road, especially in this ballpark, so they are very happy with this win.
And this afternoon's closes at a 1-run game, 7-6 today. The Padres jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Thomas Bowers earns his 6th winning decision in this one. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
The final line score for this afternoon's ballgame for the victorious San Diego
Number 15 will take the ball now as the new pitcher.
Number 15.
Ready now for the Marlins, Taylor Heineman. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered one hit to the top three guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
High in the air into shallow left center. Coming in is Myers. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. Up next from Miami, Brian Anderson. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Fly ball right down the line in left. After it is Myers. And he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out.
Come on now.
So here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Jorge Alfaro. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th.
Hey, 2.
Now the 1-0.
2.
Hey, it looks like this guy's going to work in the upper part of the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
Bounce to first. And he'll step on first for the out, and the ball game is over.
Always nice to get the first game of the series, but even more so when it's in front of the home crowd. Seems to energize everybody the rest of the series.
4-2 the final score tonight. San Diego rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Robbie Erlin with his 4th win this season. Number 15 wraps it up for the save, his 18th. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plezak, and Heidi Watkey, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
The final line score for our ball game tonight.
A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches.
Number 15 is on the mound in relief.
Number 15.
Leading off the inning, Cal Malaki, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Looking for base runners here as they're down 2 playing on the road. Not an easy thing to do, trying to score runs or bunch hits together off of a closer.
Comes set with the 0-1.
That's outside.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
I'd be real surprised if he goes back out away there on the mound. This is a count for a fastball challenge, and we'll see if he's ready for it in the box.
1 strike.
The 3-1 is swung on and missed. A full count now.
Hey, that's just a great mix of pitches right there, and that's what this guy's going to do if he's going to keep this team off balance.
Hit on the ground out to short. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. So the leadoff man gone to start the top of the 9th as we take a look at league saves leaders entering play. And as you can see there, he finds himself in a flat-footed tie for the National League lead in that category. Ready for another shot now. Austin Riley. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Myers is under it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Now at the plate, Blake Swihart, and he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. First delivery to him on the way.
Ball! That pitch is out.
The 1-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1 home. And this is swung on and missed. So with that, they find themselves down to their final strike here this afternoon. Now a crowd of 31,000 plus come to their feet. And he gets strike 3 called to end it here. And with that, this one is over.
Well, as a former pitcher, you know I love these low-scoring games as opposed to those slugfests. This was like a throwback game when home runs weren't so common and pitching was really dominant. No complaints here.
3-1 the final score this afternoon. The Friars took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Robbie Erlin earns his 5th winner of the year. Number 15 earns the save out of the bullpen, 19th of the campaign. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
For this afternoon's ballgame, for the victorious San Diego Padres, 3 runs, 6 hits.
Number 15 is ready, now, and he'll take the ball from the manager.
Number 15.
It'll be the pitcher, Jeremy Walker, and he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. Hartley at second with 2 down. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
1-1.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
1-2 now to the Braves pitcher.
Hey, I know it's the pitcher at the plate, but he's going to grind it out right here. He's got a chance to help himself, and nothing's a bigger backbreaker to a team than watching the pitcher drive in a run.
Here now the 2-2. He's at the knees and called strike 3. So 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a man left. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. Braves lead this one 12-4. New inning set to get underway, and now back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. Stepping in, Ender Inciarte. He successfully laid down a sac bunt in his last plate appearance.
And not easy to do in today's game. High velocity, exploding breaking stuff. He executed that sac bunt perfectly.
Machado is there. One quick out to start inning number 9. So stepping in, Ozzie Albies. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fastball well outside.
One out now.
Fouled away. One out, nobody on.
Ball's up.
Drifting toward the left side of the infield. Oh, and they botch this one as it drops in the infield.
Hey, they weren't going to keep this guy down for long. That's the ebbs and flows of a baseball season. Bottom line is this guy has bat-to-ball skills. You knew he was going to get hot eventually.
No balls and 1 strike. Ready with the 0-1.
2 well-executed pitches at the knees right there, but I know this hitter's looking for something up.
Ball 1.
Tried to throw the fastball by him, but it's high. 1-2.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one you normally pop right up.
Runners on first with 1 down. Count remains 2-2. Oh, and you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2.
It's not that easy to make a good hitter look that bad, but that's what happens when you can bring that fastball and ride it in on the inner half of the plate right there. You can get some pretty ugly swings.
And that'll bring in Franmil Reyes. And that'll get down for a base hit.
No runner, no runner. Hold it right there, hold it.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Kept his shoulders square, his hands inside the baseball, and was able to fight off a good, nice executed pitch for a knock.
Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. That's by him for strike 1.
Hey, get him at 1 here.
The 1-1. Hit out towards second. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. 2 left for Atlanta, but they hold a 12-4 lead. Francisco Mejia will get up off the bench to lead off the home half of the 9th, and they've certainly got their work cut out for them here, so he'll just need to work.
Well, this game had its moments, but it got out of hand pretty quick. Always nice when you can coast to a 6-run win. Save your closer for another day and let everyone in on the action.
12-6 the final tally here. The Braves posted 15 total hits in the ball game.
Ladies and
Number
gentlemen,
15 takes the mound as he's been called upon to pitch.
For the Padres, number 15.
Leading off the inning, Sam McGinnis, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Hey, not impossible, but highly improbable. Even when you're at home to score 3 runs off a closer like this guy, they've got the work cut out for him.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1.
You know, something to keep in mind, they're really burning through that bullpen, and this is only the first game of the series. Definitely could have an impact on the rest of the series and maybe even the whole week ahead.
Margot has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out. Settling in now, Austin Dean. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Behind 0-2 now. A little too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside. Hit on the ground out to short. He's got it. Throw on to first, 2 gone. Into the box, Cesar Puello. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. 2 out, nobody on. That's wide, 2-0.
Here we go, right now. Come on, guys.
Called a strike on the inside part of the plate, 2-1.
2 down now.
Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball, 2-2. Miami down to their last strike. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Hey, it took them an extra frame to do it, but hey, they're not going to complain as they lock up a nice road victory here in 10 innings.
7-4 is the final score in tonight's game. San Diego put up 4 runs in the 9th inning to carry them to the victory. Andres Munoz earns his 3rd win of the year in relief. Number 15 records the save, his league-leading 20th of the season. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the Victoria. Ladies and
Number
gentlemen,
15
your
gets the
attention,
call
please.
from the bullpen to pitch
Now
in relief.
for the Padres, number 15.
Digging in to try it again, Jackie Bradley Jr. He singled his last time up.
Hey, not an easy thing to do, even at home when you're down by 2, trying to score a couple of runs off of one of the game's top closers.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Oh, much too tardy on the fastball. 1-1. Marlins have some action in the bullpen now as a right-hander is up and throwing. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away. So the leadoff man gone to start the top of the 9th as we take a look at league saves leaders entering play. And as you can see there, he's off to a flying start. The NL's leader in that department here in the month of May. At the plate, Steve Addison. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
Woo, not a spot you'd expect a curveball. He's lucky he missed because that's the kind of pitch that gets hit out of the ballpark.
And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
Well, you have to feel pretty confident about the way this one's going to end up as a manager. 2 hitters, 2 strikeouts from the closer. There's not a whole lot more he can do to instill confidence that he's going to wrap this thing up without any problem.
Number 11, Sam McKinnon.
A ball and no strikes. He'll enter play with that batting average still shy of the 220 mark. 3 homers and a dozen RBIs. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1. 2-run game, last of the 9th with 2 away. Way outside, nearly to the backstop. 2-1.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
Miami down to their last strike. In the air, down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
You might think it's just another win, but it's awfully hard to win in this game, especially on the road. But they find a way to get it done, and they should be very happy with this performance.
4-2 the final score today. The San Diego Padres came through when it mattered in the 9th on the way to the win. Kirby Yates gets the win in relief, his 2nd of the year. Number 15 retires the side to hammer down the save, his 21st of the year. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
The final line score for this afternoon's ballgame for the victorious San Diego Padres: 4 runs on 8 hits, no errors. They left 2 men on base. For the